let's get the ball rolling fast, because today when I thought about what odd places are in people's homes and what they struggle with, I came up with a few more than a number of them. So I got a message the other day from a homeowner in Tampa who said going up her stairs, she had these narrow art niches. I cannot remember your name. You know who you are. And she's like, I don't know what to do with them. I covered one, and she's like, just to get it out of the picture. And then she said, I don't know what to do with the other two, and I just don't know what to do. Will you ever cover stuff like that? I'm like, you know what? Especially in a lot of Florida homes, builders make these houses with these niches. Some are really narrow. They think they're for artwork, basically, but they're a shape, so you got to fill them, which makes it difficult. And then there are some that are deeper that sometimes they'll put a light on it, thinking you have a beautiful art piece or a big glass vase or something that you're going to highlight. But most of the time when I'm at people's homes, they're going, what do I put in here? I don't know I don't have this huge thing, or what do I buy, or what do I do? So the narrow ones, let me say first, my sister was in a condo once out at the beach, and there was a niche going in the hallway, like I think to the half bath, and it was just kind of odd. So what she did, which I thought was brilliant, Jill, is she mirrored the inside, and it ended up just kind of looking like a pass-through. Like she had somebody come out and put a mirror in this big thing, but you just didn't notice it, but it actually made the hallway look wider. But here's the thing, if you don't want to spend that money to have somebody come out and just mirror these, because they kind of visually will go away, which is smart, you can find a mirror that is almost the same shape and lean it in. You could lean it in, you can hang it if you want to, if you're worried about danger, but you could lean it in and it kind of does the same thing. I like that idea. Let me give you another idea, paint idea. Let's say you're loving your paint color, whatever that is. Let's say it's just a really nice neutral. Take that one shade neutral, you've seen this before, but one shade deeper, and put it just in the back. Do not do the walls. See, my paint team knows like how I like it, how I don't. And if you do the side walls, it ends up looking like an upside down box, in my opinion. So you just do the flat, and it kind of just gives a little shadow or a little depth. That way, if you lean something in, or maybe you have a piece of artwork that's almost that same size, or if there's something you really love and you're going to get it framed, you know, I've been framing a lot. I probably frame stuff every week for people. Frame it to that size. Then you'll have something that's like you like, and it's been custom done, and it will fill that odd, narrow space. Next, let's talk about plant shelves. There are plant shelves that seems everywhere. And there's certain, whoever said, which I thought was fantastic, 90s, I think Laura, you said it, just about, just tell me how to get rid of 90s. Well, some of our homes that we bought are great homes, but they have that little bit of datedness in them. So what? You have a great home on a great lot in a great neighborhood, whatever. But we can clean them up. We can clean them up, and we don't have to put plants on plant shelves all the time. As a matter of fact, I like them now clean with nothing. But if it really looks bare, and you really feel like you need something, think more of 1 to 3 and not 7 to 9. Everybody used to have a bunch of stuff up there. It's cluttered. It's too much. I've covered that this year a lot. But I'm just going to show you just greenery that I showed you from Hobby Lobby before. And I'll show you things like this. Like, let's say a big basket in the corner. I have photos that I'll post this afternoon if I get back in time, or tomorrow, but I'll post yes and no's. Like yes, and you'll see it's almost like a before and after, but remember I did that with lighting when I go yes, no, that kind of thing. You'll see that just that cleaner look, bigger and less, looks more updated. But if you can leave a plant shelf totally empty, awesome. I'm going to say something totally opposite now. I'm going to show you. Either that or fill it. Like, let's say, I'm going to show you one in a second. Fill it all with one thing. I happen to have a white picture collection, and in this tiny house, I didn't have much more room. So I'm like, there's a great, even with my bookcase, I'm like, I can't find a place for it. So I'm taking you with me. We're going on a field trip. Yes, we are. Terry, there's your TV. You're getting that tomorrow. All right, here you go. That is a plant shelf, if you ask me. This, I think closet was added onto this 1947 house probably I don't even know how long ago, maybe 20 years ago or something. But I have those extra pictures, and these two baskets here work for me. One is business receipts, one is files. So I make sure that it's working because then it's got a space, but visually it's fairly interesting because it's a collection. It's all one thing and it's all one color. These big things here too, I want to show you when I said that. If your art niche, which I've been in some homes recently, are that tall, something like that too, it doesn't have to be this tall. I just fill it with that so it will hold on to these, but just that greenery with just the light shining down, it just looks nice and plain, but there's at least a little greenery to make it make sense. All right, now I get to draw for you. I'm going to draw something. I have drawn what looks like an inset. A lot of you in these Florida houses, Arizona too, MT, a lot of these people have these insets that are, and I'm going to show you a before and after of what one house that we had done, that what I did with it. And it happened to me in my office. And you can get these insets to really work hard. You got to spend a little money to do this, but it was totally worth it because I wasn't buying a piece of furniture. I took an inset like this, okay? I just drew this in advance just to show you that it goes in far. But this is my wall, this is my wall. I had wallpapered my office. I loved that wallpaper. And in this space is I put a counter, and underneath it, two drawers. So I think there must be 3 cabinet sets right here. I got 3 cabinets out of it. Actually, this was a pots and pans drawer, believe it or not, that worked for my files. So I had my guys put in a counter, just 2 cabinets, kitchen cabinets. I wanted it stand up height so I could work at this counter too, because my desk was right in front of it. And I did a long 8-inch pull before 8-inch pulls were on the scene. It was just, I pulled out really well. I had all my files sideways. And then that was a long pull, that was a long pull, and so was that. And that held all my office stuff. And up here, here's the pièce de résistance, or however people say that. This right here, I had the mirror, when I was talking about before, mirror the whole back of it, so it looked like a pass-through, like it went corner to corner. And then I had my guys put in 2 little art lights. Art lights to me are just the 4-inch cans rather than the 6-inch cans. And on a dimmer, that dimmer sat right there. And I think I had a big plant or something. I actually had my printer on there because I just needed it to work all the time. And a bunch of my art pens right there. And that worked well. I was in, you know who you are, you just got painted by Jim. I was in your home recently and suggested you were going to do a dog something built in the front by the window. I'm like, do it in the inset. The inset makes sense when you build something into it. So I know this one was longer, but that is like a great way to use those empty, weird boxes visually. Okay, long hallway. We're going to end this soon here. Long hallway. So as your long hallways back to bedrooms, they can just be dead spaces. Here's a place to use those family pictures. You can do a collage out of them like I showed you the other day in the guest room. You can do the old pictures. Just pick your favorites and you could do them like a collage. Okay, that's one obvious one. The other one is take 3 of the exact same thing. Squares, let's say it's long rectangles, let's say it's a small image with a big mat. 1, 2, 3, just side by side. None of this, don't do that. Just don't. Just 1, 2, 3 down a long hallway. It just has a gallery effect. It looks great. Pottery Barn has great frames for that. I know they're a little more expensive. You can do it through Target too. Whatevs, you know what I'm saying. And then lastly, a long hallway that is not necessarily a hallway to the bedrooms, but I do this in laundry rooms a lot. You've seen me do it. I'll post one of the pictures with it. But in laundry rooms, there's always a real weird kind of dead wall that's long. A lot of us goes out to our garage. I was in a house like that, a couple of houses like that. And I put a 1x4 all the way across, or had my guys do it, I did not do it, all the way across, and then big chunky hooks all the way down. It could hold backpacks, it could hold bags, it could hold jackets. It got things up off the floor, and sometimes I do board and batten down below, so then I could do kind of a wild, fun paint color. Laundry rooms you can have fun with, you know, you've heard me say that. But that hook thing really, I even like it in entries, small house entries. So that makes things work. They work well. If you guys have other questions about odd spaces, I'm going to do a part 2 because I was just thinking about these transom windows that are above a lot of your master bedroom beds. And I'm going to post a picture of that in this little just odd places, odd spaces, yes and no's. What it was and what it became. These windows above the bed, they're not doing much up there, but then you got this space and then you got your headboard. So what do I do with that? I just did one recently and I really like how it turned out. So I'll include that too. Hope this helped today. Man, there are a lot of odd spaces out there, I know. We're going to make them better. I can help you with that. So have a great Tuesday. I will see you for Friday favorites. And look for those photos because it always helps to see it. I know that. Love where you live. You know, I don't even say it anymore. That just, yeah. Have a great day.